Yo, sitting here looking at some breaking news. Looks like Alec Baldwin is gonna be in some trouble, y'all. Uh, Prosecutors plan to charge actor Alec Baldwin with involuntary manslaughter in the deadly 2021 Rust film shooting. Film armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed will also be charged. Wow. The film set shooting resulted in the death of cinematographer uh, Helena Hutchins. I'm sure I'm pronouncing her first name wrong. Helena Hutchins. This is funny spelling. My bad, y'all. Helena Hutchins, after she was struck by a live round of ammunition fired from a prop gun held by Baldwin. Baldwin has maintained he did not pull the gun's trigger, placing responsibility for the tragedy on the armorer and prop assistant on the film, as well as assistant director who handed him the gun. Attorneys for the crew members have accused Baldwin of deflecting blame. So, this is crazy. All right, y'all. Y'all know I spent some time in Hollywood. Here's the thing that I noticed about the crew, Hollywood, like the creative thing that goes on out there, right? They are very, very professional. Not gonna lie to you. They are very, very professional. Y'all know I just got this iPhone. I'm trying to figure out where the camera is. Looks like it's over here. So I could look at y'all in the face. They are very, very professional, but they are very playful, and they are very, they really like to get themselves into the make-believe world. They are all about that. They are creating these different worlds, these different environments they're creating, and they love what they do. So I've been on sets where they're just playful and they're having a good time and they're doing their thing. But when it comes to weapons, when it comes to firearms, when it comes to explosives, they don't play. Someone really dropped the ball here. This is a serious problem. Hollywood does not play with this. There are too many actors who have lost their lives on set due to these type of accidents, right? We're not talking about just like stunt men getting hurt and people we're talking like with weapons especially with firearms and explosives. So generally speaking, they don't mess around with this sort of thing. They keep that part 100. These people make a lot of money. These people are experts in the field. So it just strikes me a certain way that this sort of thing could happen. We know what happened to Brandon Lee, a firearm. Same thing happened to John Eric Hexum. I don't think you guys remember him, but I was a kid. He was on one of my favorite TV shows. I think it was called Cover Girl or something like that. He played like this super spy kind of thing or protector for this woman. It was a good show. He actually got hurt on set with, they had small explosions for, like shootout scenes, when the bottles and stuff explode and all that. And I want to say that he got hurt, and I think he lost his life on set. Hollywood don't like having these kind of, accidents happen. They stay on top of this sort of thing. So this is going to be a problem. Not necessarily for Alec, not necessarily for the armorer and stuff like that, Hannah Reed, but for the executive producers, for the studio, this is going to be a problem. Definitely is a breach of protocol, right? You also have the assistant director allegedly handed the weapon to Alec Baldwin. And then when you give a weapon to an actor, they're actors. They're playful. They're make-believe. You don't know what they're going to do with that weapon. People, if you're out there in the real world, I don't care if it's an airsoft weapon, a real weapon, a toy, don't point it at anybody. If you're grown up with a weapon in your hand, don't point it at anyone unless you mean to do harm to that person, period. Now, Alec Baldwin's attorneys are going to do everything they can to shift the blame away from him. And there's plenty of people to blame. There are professionals on set for a reason. One of the big questions in this article, and this was a CNN article dated today, why was there live ammunition on set? That's a real question. Why was there live ammunition on set? How much ammo was on set? right? What other protocols were breached? I didn't really get into the story, but I plan to delve into it a little bit more, especially as the run up to his arrest and then later to the trial, because I'm not sure if he was arrested yet. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to turn himself in. Manslaughter is a serious charge. It's not just him; it's multiple people that are going to be under this charge. So this is going to be a problem. It's going to be a serious problem for Hollywood. This, it's going to be a problem, I'm sure, for the insurance people, whoever covered this thing. And most of all, this is just going to be a very, very sad reminder of the loss of Miss Hutchins, and her family is just going to be devastated. They're going to have to relive this over and over again. When law enforcement comes to talk, when the lawyers come to talk, when the prosecutors come to talk, when the media comes to talk, they're going to have to relive this nightmare over and over and over and over and over for the next 2 or 3 years, however long it takes for this thing to get through the system, right? Even if this thing gets played out somehow, this would be horrible to deal with. My heart goes out to Miss Hutchins' family and to her friends and loved ones. I can only imagine the pain. But this is a real thing. So stay tuned, y'all. This is the kind of Hollywood stuff that kind of goes on all the time. It's sad, but this is what happens. And yes, you get to see people's true colors. Everyone's going to point the finger at everyone else. It would be nice if people would just step up and say, I messed up. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, they gave me this weapon and I pointed it at someone and I shouldn't have. Or, hey, we inadvertently had live ammo on the set, which we shouldn't have. That's on me. But no one's going to do that. No one's going to take on that financial responsibility. And more importantly, no one wants to take on the criminal liability of actually having to go sit down in prison for committing this crime. So we'll see how this plays out, y'all. I'm DL Saint, man. Y'all know how we doing it. I'm just, making some shorts, keeping everybody active. Come check me out. DL Saint, I Really Want to Know podcast. If you're watching this is what you're watching it on. And if you want to hit me up on Instagram, it's I Really Want to Know podcast, all one word. That'll take you to my Instagram. Hit me up. If you have any comments, leave them below. Let me know what y'all think. This is a very serious incident right here. A horrific mistake has occurred, and there's been loss of life. So this is definitely a grown-up issue, and someone needs to be accountable. Let me know what y'all think below, for real. I'm curious. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.